Hey guys, welcome back to another episode. So today we're gonna talk about The Immortal of Meluha, book by the Amish Tripathi. I read this book a couple of months ago, but never thought of making video on that. So as I started with the booktube, so let's make a video on every possible book that I read in the past. So I met Amish Tripathi a couple of years ago. Even I met Amish Tripathi last year on the book launch of Ravan also. So I mean, we had a good conversation. We are about to do the podcast soon, so let's see how that will happen. But let's get into the book review. If you are new to this channel, do subscribe, press the bell icon so you will get notified whenever I upload a new video. I talk about marketing, I talk about books, I talk about content marketing, I talk about freelancing, I talk about work from home, how you can make money from work from home. So I talk about a lot of stuff. So if you want to get notified, so do subscribe, press the bell icon so you will get notified whenever I upload a new video. If you guys have already read this book, because this book is quite famous in India and even in the international market. When I talk about with a lot of international bookstagrammers, so then we come across this book also, the Shiva trilogy. You must have read this book, or if you have not read it, then I will try to be a spoiler. I try to give the spoiler free review. So The Immortal of Meluha is about, this book is all about how a man become destroyer of the evils. So if you want, I'm not going to go into the deep, like what is the story, what is the plot, what happens at the end, or how the story was. I'm just going to give you the positive points and negative points, so then you can decide that you should pick up this book or not. But there is a few things that I want to tell you before we get into the review. Don't try to connect the dots. Most of you guys have watched the Ramayana and Mahabharata in the childhood, and you know that the story already. But if you are reading this book, then try to reimagine everything. Don't try to connect that what's in the book and what's in what you know. So if you try to connect, then you will never enjoy this book. So when I started this book, I thought of connecting these two thoughts, but then I realized that I have to think in the author perspective. Then I will understand that what is this book about. But if you try to connect, if you are a strong believer of what you know, then you will not enjoy this book. Second thing, don't put expectations level so much high. Try to keep your expectations as minimum as possible, otherwise you will get highly disappointed at the end of the book. Third thing, if you're starting this book, then you have to read all the three books. You cannot directly jump on the second book, you cannot directly jump on the third book. You have to read in the sequence as compared to the Ramchandra series, because that other book is you can read standalone book. If you want to read the Shiva trilogy, then you have to go with the sequence. You cannot directly pick up any one book, so you have to read first, second and third books if you want to understand the Shiva trilogy in much better way. Immortal of Meluha, its story is set into the 900 BC, so where there are two empires. One is Meluha Empire and other is Swadeshan Empire, which is ruled by the Chandravanshi and Suryavamshi. These two main empires are there. There is a society, or there is an empire called the Meluha, which is one of the heaven, or one of the peaceful society, known as a very peaceful society. Then there are the people who follower of the Lord Ram, which is known as the Suryavamsham, and they are looking for someone, kind of Masiha. They are looking for some kind of Masiha to get rid of the Chandravanshis. The Chandravanshis are known as the enemy, and the Suryavamshis are looking for someone strong person, or the person who will guide them, the person who will lead them to fight with the Chandravanshis. So this is the basic idea about this book. So the Shiva, which is we all known as the Nilkant, we know as the story of Nilkant, that the throat is blue, throat is dark blue, and all those stuff. So you know that I'm not going to go into that in deep. So Shiva destined to be that person. Terrorist attack by the Nagas and the Chandravanshis, so which leads to declare a war between them. So who will lead that, who will guide them, or who will become that person to lead that all the empire. So this is how the basic story is about. And meanwhile, the Shiva falls in love with the Sati, and this story goes on about their relationship and how the Sita is so strong, but not exactly. This book is talk about the Sita is so many strong, but if you read the book, then you will understand that there is no particular data, there is no particular example where we can see that the Sita is completely strong. So it's kind of overwhelming for me. about talking this the basic story. Now we are going to go look at what is the good and bad point. If you want to understand how the construction has to be done, then this book is for you. So the detailed construction of villages, roads, the Meluha Empire, everything is so good that you will get to know much better. I mean, the particular moment, the particular scenario is explained in a much detailed way. So if you're looking for something much detailed book, then you will enjoy this book. Second thing I liked about is its plot. The plot is kind of medium, not exactly the fast, not exactly the slow, but kind of in between the slow and medium. But there is no like extreme points. There is no extreme point in this book. So the plot or the story is really good. The story is divided to 3 parts, but story is talking about the story that holds you, but not for the person who enjoy the fast pace. So if you are enjoy the slow pace, then you will enjoy this book. The story is little bit slow, but story is really good and the pace is really good. This only thing I feel like I really liked about this book, and there is a lot of negative points in this book, but I don't want to go much into detail. I will try to keep it as short as possible. The first thing is character building. Character building is not so good. So if you're looking the way their relationship are portrayed, the way the characters are developed are not that high level that I expected from the reviews, I expected from the hype of the book. So if you are looking for something that, if you don't want to get disappointed, then try to understand that if you are looking for a strong character, then you will not get that much. The language, the editing part little bit needs a little bit improvement. There are so many repetitive words. I mean, I cannot stress this, but there are so many things are repeated over a period of time, and I was frustrated after reading a lot of repetitive things. So if you remove all the repetitive parts, then this book will end up in more than 100 or 150 pages. I mean, that's good. If you can get a small book, but even if that's really good, that will be really good, really awesome. But this book is lengthy because of that some repetitiveness. Then third thing is relationships. The relationship between the characters, not that good as expected. Sometimes the relationship are so deep, and sometimes are so opposite. I mean, there is no in between. So that's why if you're looking for something to have a simple editing, if you are much bigger fan of mythology, then you can definitely pick up this book. But as I told you, do not try to connect what you know. Do not try to connect what you know or what your grandparents taught you or what you watched in Ramayana Mahabharata and what do you read in this book. Try to reimagine everything. Try to go with the author, then you will definitely enjoy this book. So these are the few things that I really wanted to talk about. As I told you that this is a spoiler free review. So do I recommend this book? Yes, this is a kind of a 3-star read for me, not highly recommended, not completely not recommended. So it's in between, around 3-star I can give to this book. But the one thing is, if you have read this book, then you have to follow the second and third part also, otherwise you will not understand that what is going to happen in the next. So books end with the to be continue. So if you are looking for something to read in this lockdown, then I will highly suggest you to pick up this book. You will definitely enjoy it. So that's all for today's video. I'm going to make the video on the next 2 books also, so stay tuned for that. Do subscribe and let me know what do you think about this book. If you already read this book, then what's your favorite part? Did you enjoy? Which character do you like the most? Do you like Nilkant? Do you like Shiva? Do you like Sati? Like, what you love the most? Or do you like the Meluha Empire? So what's your take on this? Do let me know in the comment. I would love to have the chat with you in the comments, as I read books in the very few years ago, but I made video right now. I know I'm a little bit late, but that's okay. Hope you will like it, hope you will enjoy it, and see you in my next video. Bye bye.